According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the ocean accounts for over half of the world's oxygen. This is quite the startling statistic, but when you put into perspective that the ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and contains over 97% of the Earth's water, it becomes a little easier to comprehend. Now, with this in mind, I believe that the ocean is vital for survival. So I will take a look at the ocean, what it means to us, problems that are presented to it, and solutions. Now, going back into that oxygen statistic, another statistic which may be even more startling is that the ocean produces 50 times more oxygen than our atmosphere. Once again, the ocean is vital. So when you think of oxygen, you think of photosynthesis. You think of green trees, you think of plants, but in the ocean, it is actually microscopic phytoplankton which take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. When we think of the ocean, we don't typically think of it as a temperature controller or something that balances the weather, but that's precisely what it does. The ocean takes in solar rays as well as the carbon dioxide, which contributes to greenhouse gases, and it circulates that warm water with the North and South Pole. The warm and cold water maintain a balanced temperature for the Earth, where we need a very precise temperature to live. Now, as far as the weather, the ocean is vital for the water cycle. Precipitation forms clouds. Clouds move to the land, feed the land with fresh water, and rejuvenate life as we know it. The ocean is actually the biggest habitat in the world, with millions upon millions of species, with more to be found. The ocean is actually the #1 source of protein for over 1 billion people. With the ocean, there are many benefits to it. The algae from ocean can actually be used to produce plastic, but in the form of biodegradable plastic that doesn't linger. Algae can be fed to cows to reduce methane emissions. Algae can even be used for food. Certain things from the ocean have medicinal properties, such as crustaceans, which have anti-cancer fighting properties. The ocean can even be used for sustainable energy through wave generators or wind solar farms that are out in the deep ocean. Now, moving forward into our next topic, the United Nations gives an example of the demand for plastic that we have each year. Now, we produce the amount of plastic equivalent to a garbage truck every minute. Now, that's quite the bit of plastic, and when you think of that much plastic, you have to think of the waste. Now, all of that plastic waste doesn't necessarily make it to a recycling bin. A lot of it somehow finds its way to our water and then to our oceans, and problems pursue from there. The plastic breaks down and into little micro bits, and that phytoplankton eat it. The fish and wildlife eat it, and it absorbs into their fibers, and then when we eat that fish, we are experiencing the negative effects from those chemicals that have been absorbed. It's a whole circle of life and balance, and if we don't maintain that, we once again will find ourselves in trouble. Now, this brings me to my main point. We have two birds but one stone. We have multiple problems but one solution. If we manage to maintain our plastic garbage, we can knock out a whole world of problems, and then benefits will start to overcome the good, will start to overcome the bad. With all of that in mind, the facts that have been presented to you, I would like to ask you a question. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you ask yourself, how can you help? Will you inform someone else? Now, with my own opinion, I believe that it is necessary for me to do what I can with where I am, with what I have. So I will do my best to help spread awareness and reduce, reuse, and recycle. Aloha.